Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to my Fallout 4 Mod Spotlight series, where today we are having a look at the Nambu Type 14 pistol mod, which is being made by user Another One. And what this glorious little piece of work looks to add into the game is, well, the real-world historic Nambu Type 14 pistol. And I've been having a load of fun with this weapon here in Fallout 4, as I think it fits in quite nicely into the world, as not only is it a real-world historic weapon that saw service in both of the world wars, but it also does have a very odd, unique aesthetic to it, which I think fits in nicely into the Commonwealth. So let's jump on over here and have a look at what we do get with the Nambu Pistol, which in its most standard basic configuration will deal just 15 points of damage with a 38 round, with a firing rate of 66, range of 83, accuracy of 57, and a weight of just 4.2. And as you can see here, this thing is very beautifully made, very nice on the modeling for this, on the texturing. It all looks very good. Lots of great little details, bits and bobs on the gun, including, you know, some numbering characters there. We do also have, kind of hard to see with the reflections in here, but some nice Japanese characters on the side there, as this was, of course, yes, a Japanese gun in both the world wars. And yeah, just overall, it's very nicely made. Now, as for its modifications, there's not a huge list of things here, especially in the sights category, which saddens me. I always like seeing all sorts of sights, but there's enough, at least in the receiver category, to keep this gun a bit more relevant from the early on into the mid-game. You're never going to really be using this, at least not often in late game, just because of its low amount of damage. I believe the highest I got this thing up to without any perks is 26 base damage, so a pretty low power pistol. But the point of a lot of these historic gun mods is to just have cool real world guns from ye olden times. I mean, World War II wasn't exactly ye olden, but I mean, yeah, you get the point, Now, as for how you do get your hands on one of these lovely guns, though, it's going to be pretty simple. It does have the leveled lootless integration, so you will find these out on random enemies, in vendors, etc., so it shouldn't be too hard to get, and it is an early game gun, so it won't take you too long to find them. Now, there is one bug I kind of want to talk about real quick. I don't think you need to pay it much heed, because I doubt most of you will ever care about this, but if you are one who likes displaying your guns on weapon racks, for some reason this won't go into them. I don't know why, but whether I go to a normal weapon rack here and try and put them in there, doesn't work. If I go to the pistol rack here, it doesn't work. I have no clue why, but it's kind of a minor thing, but still a thing. Now, I should also mention there is a prerequisite for this to function. You are going to have installed the IMI-50AE Desert Eagle mod with the latest patch for it. If you don't install the patch, the gun acts really weird. You'll hold it in your hand like this normally, but when you go to aim down sight, the gun actually lowers out of frame. I don't know why that is, but yes, you gotta have both the Desert Eagle mod as well as its latest patch for this thing to work properly. Now let's head over here and have a look at the different modifications we do have for this thing, and take a look at our standard Nambu gun here, where in the receiver category it's the pretty typical list of things from standard on up to the advanced and calibrated powerful and things along those lines. So nothing too crazy here, just the standard fare. Now in the barrel category, we have either the standard, a short, or a long barrel, which interestingly, the short and long barrel have the exact same stats. I think that's bug, though the short barrel does have, you know, it's faster to bring up to aim, which is quite handy. But yeah, the range thing there, yeah, that might want to be changed. Now, as for the magazines, we only have one option here of the standard 8-round magazine. In these sights, we either have the no sights, which is just your basic iron sights, a glowing one, or a reflex sight, which is at least nice to have there. I would have loved to see a few more options here just because I like sights, but what are you gonna do? We at least do have the reflex. And finally, in the muzzle category, we either have the none, a muzzle cap, a compensator, or a suppressor if you're wanting to be sneaky with your little 38 caliber Nambu pistol. So like I said, not a whole lot of options in here, but especially with the receiver category, you know, enough to keep you, you know, having this gun be more useful into the mid-game, which is always good to see. Now let's take a look at these in use, and of course pull out our standard one here, and take aim and fire. And there we go, good clean firing, a nice solid reload animation. The firing rate on this is pretty good. You can expend all 8 rounds from the magazine pretty darn quickly with this, and it has not a whole lot of recoil to it, so if I don't compensate at all, there you go. You can see in 8 rounds we went from roughly on target to just about there. So even rapid firing this thing, you know, it's not going to be too hard to keep yourself downrange on the enemy you're wanting, which is always a nice thing. And I do like the animation for it, very nice, smooth reload. I like the cocking mechanism there with that sort of uniqueness to the Nambu pistol, which is very cool. I do enjoy it. Now, as for the other versions of the gun, we've got a hair trigger one here with the glow sights, and fire that. Now there we are, very noticeably faster, at least to me firing. I don't know if you'll notice it in much difference in the video, but a very good, fast, rapid firing rate on that hair trigger. And with the shorter barrel, it does seem to bring it up to aim a little bit quicker than the standard. Now, as for the suppressed version, let's pop that one out. We got the nice reflex sight there, and fire. There we are, lovely. Barely a sound at all from this suppressed gun. Which, hey, I mean, if you're going, you know, sneaky and silent, is kind of what you want in a silenced weapon. So I do very much enjoy that. That means it is time, of course, to test this out on our new usual test subject of Deathclaw, which being a fairly low-powered gun means we're probably not going to be able to kill him today, like with other recent gun mods we've been looking at. But, you know, again, for me, with the historic weapons, it's less about having the, like, crazy damage and stuff like that, and more about having just interesting historical guns. I don't care much for having, like, real-world modern guns in the game, but historical ones, oh god, that hurt. Historical ones I always do enjoy because it fits in with the world. This may be alternate history, but, you know, the World Wars did happen in the Fallout universe, so I always do like seeing World War weaponry added in. And actually, with its firing rate, we're not doing too bad against this Deathclaw. We may actually be able to kill him. Oh god, if I don't die first from him throwing rocks at me. Awesome. Oh, he's hurt bad. We may actually finish him off this time, unlike, oh, what was it, the recharger pistol that went really poorly with us damage-wise? But I mean, hey, it was the recharger gun, so it's kind of understandable. Well, yes, it's gonna take a fair few magazines, but there we go. We took down the Deathclaw after standing somewhere he couldn't hurt us. Wonderful. But yes, that is the Nambu Type of 14 pistol mod. It's a fun little thing. And again, I just always love having these older historic guns being added in. It's a fun time. And if you like that sort of a thing too, I'd suggest you go and check out this mod, which of course you can take a look at the link in the description to do so. But that's going to be it for this one today. Hopefully you all have enjoyed, and you do come back for the next one. Until that time, thank you for watching, and as always, have a good one.